Herbs A to Z, written by the St. Louis Herb Society.
What is an herb? We like to think of herbs as plants with a use. More specifically, herbs are considered any plant used for food, flavoring, medicine, or fragrances. All around the world, herbs are grown, used, and shared with delight. They season our food, sweeten the air, chase away pests, and brighten our gardens. They provide much-needed food for the insects and animals that pollinate them. Herbs are among the hardest-working and most versatile plants around. This book introduces young readers to some of the most well-known, and some less well-known, herbs, along with some of the facts and stories that surround them. We hope you will grow to love herbs as much as we do.
Did you know that flowering plants, including herbs, need to be pollinated? Sometimes pollen spreads through the air, but often it is spread by pollinators such as bees, butterflies, and even birds and other animals. They may also help the plant in other ways, like eating harmful pests. Special thanks to Chris Hartley, a science educator at the Sophia M. Sachs Butterfly House, a division of the Missouri Botanical Garden, for his help matching the correct pollinators with each of our herbs.
A is for Artemisia, named after Artemis, the Greek goddess of the hunt and the protector of young children. People used to carry it to church because the strong scent helped keep them awake during long services. You might have a large family, but Artemisia's family has over 100 members. Fleas and moths avoid the scent.
B is for Basil. You'll find basil in many Italian foods such as pesto, pizza, and spaghetti sauce. Yum! You might try using basil instead of lettuce on a sandwich. Basil goes well with tomatoes, and these two plants like to grow near each other. Like all members of the mint family, basil has square stems.
C is for chives. Chives have an onion-like flavor that is delicious on potatoes and in soups and dips. If you chop some up and put them in plastic bags, you can keep chives in your freezer all winter. Try making a pretty arrangement with the beautiful purple flowers.
D is for dill. If you have ever had a dill pickle, you know the taste of dill. In the year 800, King Charlemagne, the first Holy Roman Emperor, always had dill on his table, which was grown in his large herb garden. Ladybugs and other helpful insects feast on dill. Ooh. It is a host plant for the caterpillar that becomes a black swallowtail butterfly. Very beautiful.
E is for Eucalyptus, also known as the gum tree. Koala bears and some possums eat the leaves, which are poisonous to most other animals. In Australia, Aboriginal people made didgeridoos, one of the world's oldest wind instruments, from the stems, which were hollowed out by termites. The oil is used in many cough drops and chest ointments.
F is for French tarragon. The Latin name means little dragon, because the root is dragon-shaped. How cool is that? Its licorice flavor is wonderful in vinegars, salad dressings, and béarnaise sauce. President Thomas Jefferson liked to share French tarragon plants with his friends.
G is for scented geraniums. These are popular in potpourris and come in many different scents, such as Rober's lemon rose, chocolate mint, Prince of Orange, and nutmeg. Victorian ladies would plant scented geraniums next to doors and walkways, so their long skirts would brush against the plants, releasing the aromas. One type is called the mosquito plant because it smells like citronella, a pungent scent that repels mosquitoes.
H is for hyssop. For over 6,000 years, hyssop has been used in cooking, for household purposes, in medicines, and in beauty products. Now that's a busy herb. It is often mentioned in the Bible, Chinese medical journals, and Sanskrit, ancient Indian texts. Hyssop is another member of the mint family and is quite easy to grow.
I is for iris. The plant is named after the Greek goddess of the rainbow, whose name is Iris, because it comes in so many colors. An iris flower resembles the fleur-de-lis, a symbol of France and of St. Louis. The rhizomes, which are similar to roots, of certain iris plants are used to make orris root, which is used in some perfumes, and it's used to make natural dyes.
J is for Joe Pye Weed, not a weed at all. The plant's name comes from Joe Pye, a Native American who lived in colonial Massachusetts. The seeds are very nutritious and have more protein than soybeans. Wow. The huge, puffy flowers attract a multitude of butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds.
K is for kitchen gardens. You might try a pizza garden using oregano, basil, thyme, and parsley. If you love lemon, try lemongrass, lemon verbena, lemon mint, lemon thyme, lemon balm, and lemon basil. A salad garden could include salad burnet, chives, basil, and parsley, along with lettuce, spinach, and radishes. Yum.
L is for lavender. Lavender has a soothing aroma and keeps its scent and lovely color even after it has been dried. The Latin name means to wash. Washerwomen use lavender water to rinse their clothing to make them smell nice and to keep moths away. In ancient Egypt, lavender was used in the mummification process. When King Tut's tomb was opened, there was a faint whiff of lavender.
M is for mint. You probably know the tingly fresh flavor of mint from candies, gum, ice cream, and even your toothpaste. Peppermint, spearmint, chocolate mint, and orange mint are just a few of the over 3,500 members of the mint family. Did prehistoric animals eat mint? We're not sure, but fossils containing mint have been found from over 5 million years ago.
N is for Nepeta. We call this plant catnip or catmint, and dried leaves are used to stuff cat toys. Meow. It has been used for over 2,000 years and came to America with the colonists, who thought it could cure many illnesses. It repels Japanese beetles, so it's good to plant near rose bushes.
O is for oregano. Oregano is best known as the pizza herb. Soldiers returning after World War II popularized the use of oregano. They had learned to love it in Italian food. It is also called wild marjoram, and the word oregano means joy of the mountains.
P is for parsley. Curly parsley decorates your plate, and flat-leafed or Italian parsley makes your food taste good. This is a host plant for swallowtail butterflies to lay their eggs. You can make pesto or a delicious Middle Eastern salad called tabbouleh with parsley.
Q is for Queen of the Meadow. This plant was loved by Queen Elizabeth I of England. Another name for this plant is meadowsweet because of its pleasant scent. The sap contains a chemical similar to an ingredient used to make aspirin and has been used as a pain reliever since the Bronze Age. That's a really long time ago. In the Middle Ages, people would scatter it on the floor to cover up bad smells and to keep bugs away.
R is for rosemary. Shakespeare wrote, "Rosemary, that's for remembrance." Rosemary has a distinctive aroma and taste. Try putting chunks of potatoes on rosemary stems and roasting them on the barbecue grill. Its scientific name, rosmarinus, means mist of the sea. Sailors in the Mediterranean Sea could sometimes smell rosemary as they came close to land.
S is for sage. Sage is a symbol for wisdom. It comes to the Thanksgiving table in the turkey stuffing. Native Americans used different sages in ceremonies, and other types were used as toothbrushes.
T is for thyme. Because it is so tasty, thyme is used in hundreds of recipes. Thyme stands for courage. Ladies during the Middle Ages gave tokens of time to their favorite knights. It is said that if you put thyme under your pillow, you'll have sweet dreams.
U is for utility. Not just for cooking, herbs such as woad, yarrow, and indigo can be used to make dyes. Bay leaves, lavender, artemisia, and many lemon-scented herbs can help keep those unwanted insects away. Herbs like lavender, mint, and aloe are used in many body creams, lotions, shampoos, and other beauty products.
V is for vanilla. Vanilla beans come from an orchid plant that originated in Mexico and is now grown in Madagascar as well. In 1520, Cortez brought vanilla to Europe and is now one of the most popular flavors in the world. Most vanilla is pollinated by hand, which is why it is so expensive.
W is for winter savory. It is called the green bean herb because it goes so well with green beans as well as with mushrooms, potato salad, and many German foods. It tastes a lot like a strong flavored thyme. Ancient Romans introduced winter savory to England during the time of Caesar Augustus. That was also a really long time ago.
X is for the shape of many herb gardens. In the monastic gardens of the Middle Ages, each square would have been used for a separate purpose: medical, culinary, housekeeping, and fragrant flowers and herbs. The four paths represented the rivers that came from the Garden of Eden to nourish the whole world.
Y is for yarrow. The flowers can make a yellow dye, and the plant has a strong, sweet scent. Neanderthals used yarrow over 60,000 years ago. At least 40 Native American tribes have used it in their medicines. Its scientific name, Acacia millefolium, comes from the Greek hero Achilles, who used it to heal his wounds.
Z is for za'atar. Za'atar is a plant as well as a spicy blend of herbs used in Middle Eastern and North African cooking. There are a lot of recipes for za'atar. Shh. Some families keep the recipes a secret even from other family members. Syrian oregano, thyme, marjoram, sumac, and toasted sesame seeds are just one of the many possible combinations.
For more than 75 years, the St. Louis Herb Society has been dedicated to promoting the use and knowledge of herbs. They plan and maintain the herb garden at the Missouri Botanical Garden with hundreds of varieties of herbs. To learn more, visit their website at stlouisherbsociety.org.